Get in. Major update. Newcastle United certainly look like now they are not leaving St James's Park. Yes, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. Like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV while you're here, because big developments which have been released by The Telegraph, a big exclusive from Luke Edwards. The link will be in the description for this video to access the article, because huge developments, massive developments. There's been a 6-month feasibility study, which everybody's kind of known for a long time about. Can Newcastle United expand from St James's Park, or do they have to relocate? Do they have to go for another stadium somewhere else in Newcastle? Now, that 6-month feasibility study has ended, and the Telegraph are reporting that staying at St James's Park with ambitious plans to increase the capacity way over 60,000 at St James's Park, currently at 52,400 at this moment in time. It certainly looks that is now the option that Newcastle United are going to go with. Now, let's give credit to the ownership, because they've always said that their main number one plan was to stay at St James's Park. They did not want to go anywhere else. However, if that option wasn't available, it was always in the back of your mind. And I've always been against this. I really am. I love St James's Park. I think Newcastle United and St James's Park is just perfect for where it is. And for me, this is fantastic news. It really is. Now, to proceed at St James's Park, there's obviously going to have to be a lot of discussions which the council are going to have to be included in, and where are they actually going to be able to expand. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the listed buildings around the East Stand, and I know there's been a lot of people that have discussed that particular option. I'm not an architect by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm sure there are people a lot more clever than I am that can try and find ways of increasing the capacity on the East Stand. You've also got the glass where the away fans and the John Hall towards the East Stand as well. That could actually be an area where the club could expand as well. And you've also got the Gallagher, and the plot behind the Gallagher was bought by the previous owner, Newcastle United. The club have bought that back. As you can see, that there's going to have the stack as well, which is currently being built. But that is the club's land now. So that makes it a lot more easier. And how can you rebuild the Gallagher when you've got a metro, when you've got roads? There's so many different things. So to take that all into consideration and to still believe that Newcastle can still increase behind there, that's certainly good news. Now, in terms of the plans itself, for me, and obviously reading the Telegraph's article, which I've mentioned, which will be in the description, they've got huge plans. They want to make this a really state-of-the-art ground, if you like, in terms of making it a bit more modernised. Look, let's be honest, St James's Park does need a little bit of work, but when you've got 90% of the groundwork in terms of the actual capacity of the ground there, to get over 60,000, not to be a million miles away from where the club could really be, I think it's very sensible. It really is. Now, in terms of this modernisation, what will happen? Well, with increased capacity, there's going to be more chances for maybe hospitality to get in, more chance for more of the fans to go and watch Newcastle at St James's Park, probably more options for other different things that I've not even thought of in terms of gaining more money and more revenue for the club. And I'm sure there'll be more sponsorship opportunities along with that as well. And that is going to be a massive thing in terms of getting your own income and getting that into the club year in, year out. Now, who's going to fund it? Well, PIF are going to fund it. They've got the 80% stake in the club. They are the big boys in terms of Newcastle United right now. Of course, the Rubens and Amanda Stavely and Mehrdad Qudsi will also have a say, but in terms of funding it, it's going to be PIF, and they're going to have those conversations with the club and people that need to have these communications in due course. Now, when will this begin? It's looking to the end of 2024 for any development to begin. Now, that is something that is still quite a long way away. It's still 8 months or so away from starting, but halfway through a season, what are the difficulties? What are the complex situations in regards to that? Who will know? But generally, this is really good news, because the other options were Leazes Park, which is obviously right next door to St James's Park, and the plot towards the Metro Radio Arena. There was obviously other suggestions in and around the city, but they were the two main ones in regards to where Newcastle United could end up if they had to relocate. But that isn't going to be the case at this moment in time. I think it's brilliant news. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you think it's great news or not. But yeah, brilliant stuff. Newcastle United not moving away from St James's Park should be really fascinating to see what happens. Do you think 65,000 will be the rough new gate for Newcastle United at St James's Park when all this is completed? Who knows? But yeah, that is just an update, a major update on the future of St James's Park, and the future home of Newcastle United was always going to be at St James's Park. Like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV, and we'll see you all very soon.